Hi again. I'm going to continue what I didn't do in the last video. Might remember we did this little program, this little page, where you see hello world over there. By the way, why I chose the two words hello world is it's I don't know why, but it's the first thing that you learn on whatever you're doing, whether it's a programming language or a markup language like HTML. It's the first thing that you learn is hello world for some reason. But there you go. I just finished up telling you about the JavaScript, and what I'll do in this folder is I'll make another file called script.js. That's a JavaScript file. So right now, if we go back to documents, we can see that JavaScript file is now in the folder. So we're good to go. All right. We need to do something cool. We're gonna make another paragraph element. So we're just gonna leave it there, and you can add different properties to these elements or tags. One of them is an ID, and so an ID has to be unique to every element. But I'm gonna add an ID of test. All right. And what I can do with this JavaScript file is I can do lots of stuff. But what I'm going to do now is make something. I'm going to manipulate this element. And right now there's nothing in there. But I'm going to make it print something inside that element. So say if I say test, I can change that whatever I want in this JavaScript file. And this is more what you call coding. This is not coding. This is, sorry, I meant to say programming. This is not programming. If anyone tells you HTML is a programming language, that's wrong. It's a markup language. That's what the ML stands for. Actually stands for Hypertext Markup Language. There we go. That's what HTML stands for. We're just going to go into the JS file and I'll show you how to print something real quick. So you go to document dot, and it is a method here called get element by ID, and I could type it out by ID, and then in brackets specify what that ID is, and that ID is test, so we're going to put that in there, test. And so what that does is get the element, and we're going to print something in there. So dot inner HTML equals this. And so that's pretty much saying is this element inside equals that. So we're just going to say test. All right? And at the end of every line, we put a semicolon. And there you can see it printed out test. We can do my name is Ira. Oops, it didn't save. My name is Ira, it says. There you go. We can also go 1 plus 1. 2. Look at that. Now we're going to do the same thing math-wise, except we're going to get a variable. And maybe you've heard of variables before, but this is how we make a variable. So variable x is what I'm going to call it, equals 1. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Variable y equals 1. Now instead of that, we're just going to go x plus y, and it's going to say 2. Look there. And if I set that to 10, say 11. So there you go. You've just printed out something on an HTML page, and that's just the beginning. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll keep making videos.